Good afternoon, everyone. David Paul speaking. It is about 3 here in the UK. That's 10 in the US. The American market running for about 15 minutes. We had quite a vicious sell-off yesterday afternoon. And the market finding a little bit of strength at the open. I'll put up the big picture in a second. As you can see, the advances significantly ahead of the declines, 3 times the declines, and the VectorVest proprietary buy-sell ratio moving back into the green after selling off strongly yesterday. So at the moment, VectorVest advocates caution when buying stocks at this time. So the primary wave, the short-term trend is still down. The underlying trend is up, and we've got a confirmed up in place. So just be very careful buying stocks until this bottom is in. As you can see, the S&P 500 up 24 points above yesterday's close. Now what I've got, folks, is that I've got a chart of the overnight market, and this is the overnight market based on the S&P futures, and that's from the low on the 24th of September. And as you can see, there's an incredibly important level here, this level, and that's where the market in fact stopped at last night, in fact, somewhere down around about here. So below that, the bearish case would get much more credibility. So this level needs to hold. As you would imagine, that low, if I can draw it in, was an exact Fibonacci level of this last range. So we had that confluence of support that I do my best to try and teach in the swing trading courses. So a very important level, 3418, folks. So down below that level, the bearish case would get much more severe. I don't want to talk about politics, but I read that some form of an agreement has taken place between the Democrats and the Republicans. Read the stimulus which will come. It's just a matter of whose name is put on it, I think. But that would seem to have got a little bit of rhetoric there. It seemed to be a little bit more positive overnight, and that's what hopefully is going to drive this reversal. If we have a look at the shares that I'm holding, I haven't really done that much. I see that Zoom is off a little bit this morning, and just need to stream this. There we go. And that's what's happened. Neo, I've had a good run in. Zoom is off a little bit, but hardly surprising. It's had a cracking run for a couple of days. Target still going well. Centene is hanging in there. Hortons is up a tad, although it got a bit of a smack on Friday afternoon. LVGO hasn't done anything, and AMD is going okay. Apple up a little bit off the lows, and the only gold share that I'm holding at the moment, the GDX, doing reasonably well. And that's where I want to go to now, is gold. I think that this market will be fine, but we just need a very important day today to make sure that that level holds, the level that I spoke about a second ago on the S&P. I suggest that before you buy any more stocks, you just wait for that primary wave on VectorVest to turn up. That'll be good confirmation that that level is going to hold, and until it does turn up, watch your stop losses and any positions that you've got very carefully indeed, folks. So a lot of noise between now and November the 5th. So if we do look at gold, and I have a chart of gold here, that's the gold spot bullion market. And those of you that listen to me on Monday afternoons will know that last week I was looking at a level of 1963. Now I've brought that level down a little bit, and I believe from my sums that 1938 is the level. And above 1938, which would be about here, folks, then I think that the bullish side gets significantly more probable. So I brought that threshold level down a little bit. However, there is still, unfortunately, a probability that this thing can go down and have a last leg down to about here, to no, I'm talking rubbish, to here, 1825, to run all of the stops under these levels. There's going to be massive liquidity sitting below those levels at that little that huge double bottom that's lasted over a couple of months. So it can easily come back here. So a little bit more pain, and I'm personally sitting waiting, although Polymetal, where I'm going to go to now, has done exceptionally well over the last day or two. So we go into VectorVest UK, and I go to my viewers, and I go to gold. We can see that there's Polymetal. Let's highlight that. Let's highlight Pan-African Resources as well and chart those. So that's Polymetal. Now there are results on Polymetal this week. Okay, I think it's Thursday. I speak under correction, but I think it's on Thursday. As you can see, the earnings per share rising hugely, significantly undervalued. I'll take that off for a second. And as you can see, this confluence of that 62% retracement and these old highs all coming in at about the same place. So it's still on a hold, and certainly above that 1938 on bullion, then I think that this thing will go an awful long way. So I haven't done anything yet. As you know, I got stopped out of it at 19 here, or slightly under 19. That's Pan-African Resources. It's trading in this beautiful flag, and I think that a break of that flag and that 1938 level that I spoke about, and this thing has got an awful lot of upside. We've got some very experienced gold analysts that come into our room on a Monday afternoon. One of them, Charlie in Lincolnshire, he likes Hummingbird. That's his favorite. I think HOC, Steve in Oxford, is a big fan of HOC. That's HOC, folks, and as you can see, it's come down. It's charted a spring formation here. And a complicated spring, but nevertheless a spring. There's the resistance, and I hit that resistance again, and then it goes down, runs all the stop losses. Now it's pushing up the other way. That looks very, very strong indeed. As you can see, the valuation of this share right up here, earnings per share moving up strongly. So these companies are making a fortune even at this gold price. Okay, so that looks exceptionally strong indeed, and I think that that'll be a great trade. This is Hummingbird, and as you can see, this is really consolidating very nicely in here in ascending triangle stroke a symmetrical triangle, and something like this. And I think that this looks as if it can go a long way as well. This could be repeated, and there's our valuation up here at 70 pence. It's trading at near 40. So I think lots of opportunity, folks, on the gold board. AAZ got nailed because of a war, where they're pulling the gold out of the ground. It's an exceptionally good opportunity, but unfortunately gold mines tend to be in God-forsaken places. So just leave that for the moment. I think that with any luck, let's go back to VectorVest homepage. SPX is up 19 points. It's still settling into its opening range here. I'm reasonably positive that 3420 odd level on the S&P can hold. It's an exceptionally important level. I wouldn't do anything in terms of new positions until I see this close and the primary wave turn back to up again. That will confirm that this level is holding. I think that if it does hold, then we can actually print 3620 on the S&P very, very quickly indeed, and that'll be a really, really, really good move. Just expect an enormous amount of volatility between now on November the 5th, well placed on Guy Fawkes night for fireworks. So just be careful, folks. So in the American market, nothing to do, I don't think, apart from if you're an intraday trader. Just watch your stop losses very carefully indeed. This game is all about managing risk. I think there's some great opportunities coming up in the gold market. Not quite yet, and as I keep telling to people, doing nothing is much more difficult than it would seem. So let's just wait for that gold market to confirm. There'll be plenty of room in it after it does confirm above 1938. I hope this helped. Thanks very much.